What punishment did another parent have that made you think, you've got to be kidding me? My son Ben's best friend Owen had the strictest parents I'd ever seen. Not the typical no TV after 8 strict. I'm talking next level insanity. Owen's dad Greg had this system where every tiny mistake cost Owen privilege points. Being 1 minute late to dinner, -5 points. Forgetting to make his bed, -10 points. Getting an A- instead of an A, that's 20 points gone. The real kicker? Owen needed those points to do basically anything. Homework, eating meals, even using the bathroom. Greg installed electronic locks on everything, and would only unlock them if Owen had enough points. The poor kid had to earn the right to basic necessities. I discovered how bad it was when Owen came for a sleepover. Ben asked if Owen could have some pizza, and Owen pulled out this little notebook where he tracked his points. He had exactly 47 points left, and dinner cost 45. The kid looked terrified about spending them, knowing he'd need points for the bathroom later. That's when I learned about the point debt system. If Owen ran out of points but needed something essential, he could go into negative points. But the payback was brutal. Every negative point needed 3 positive points to clear. Owen was currently negative 180 points from needing to use the bathroom unauthorized last week. I couldn't believe this was legal. Other parents in our neighborhood knew about it but stayed quiet because Greg was some hotshot lawyer who'd threatened to sue anyone who interfered with his parenting methods. One day, Ben showed me Owen's point log. The kid had to solve 50 math problems correctly to earn 5 points. A perfect score on a test? 15 points. But basic things like showering cost 30 points, and homework time was 25 points per subject. I'm a computer programmer, and looking at Owen's notebook gave me an idea. Greg tracked everything through this fancy smart home system he'd bragged about at the neighborhood BBQ, the kind where you control everything from your phone. I noticed Greg always used the local coffee shop's Wi-Fi to manage the system remotely, the same coffee shop where I worked on my laptop every morning. It took me 3 days to crack into his poorly secured setup. First, I made small changes. Owen would mysteriously gain extra points overnight. Doors would malfunction and unlock at convenient times. The system would glitch and reset point costs to 0 occasionally. Greg was going nuts trying to figure out what was wrong. He'd reset everything, and I'd wait a few days before making new glitches happen. The best part? I made sure the system logs showed everything happening randomly, nothing traceable. Then came parents' night at school. I connected my laptop to the school's projector early, installing a little program. When Greg tried to show his presentation about modern parenting techniques, instead, the screen displayed his entire point system database. Every insane rule, every cruel punishment, every basic human right he made Owen earn, all projected in front of 200 parents and teachers. The school principal's face went from confused to horrified as she read through the logs. Greg tried to explain it was just a game, but the damage was done. 3 different parents called CPS that night. The investigation was intense. Greg kept insisting his system was gone, because it was. The moment he'd been reported, I'd wiped everything remotely, leaving just enough evidence of what he'd done without any way for him to prove it was reasonable. Owen and his mom moved in with her sister while the divorce proceedings started. Greg's fancy law firm put him on leave after their clients started dropping them, not wanting to be associated with someone who'd made headlines for digitally imprisoning his kid.